Hello everyone and welcome back to JB's Total Games, where I'm going to attempt to review Rise of the Tomb Raider in just a few minutes. Did you play the Tomb Raider reboot from a couple years ago? Did you like it? You'll like this. Did you not? You won't. What if you didn't play it? What are you going to be doing in the game? Well, you're going to be traversing the environment like this. Metroidvania style, you're going to be getting more and more equipment so that you can go back to redo areas, you get across things you weren't able to get across before, and the exploration is pretty similar to Uncharted series and things like that. Some aspects of Assassin's Creed were a little bit more tool-oriented here, and it's pretty well done. Overall, the PC version looks really nice, it controls pretty well. There are some issues when you're hanging off cliffs that I find it controls kind of annoying. What about the story? Meh. You know, it's Indiana Jones. It's stop the bad guys from getting an artifact because you're the person who obviously is good enough to be able to handle the artifact and not be bad. It is kind of gruesome. There are things that there's almost a comic book level of evil villain running things, and like I said, it's alright. It's enjoyable. Just shut your brain off and have fun. Like I said, it's like an Indiana Jones movie. The combat. There are going to be sections in combat where you're going to have to just straight up fight, but there are going to be sections where you can do more stealth-oriented things. Like this section here, you saw the people highlighted red. I can distract them by throwing things and then maybe go in and take out a guy individually. Or here I am just going straight in, guns blazing, or rather arrows blazing in this case. There are weapons that you'll unlock as the game goes on, an assault rifle, shotgun, things like that. I really like the bow. There are alternate fires, poison bow, fire bow, things like that. So overall, the combat's not bad. It's pretty standard third-person shooter fare, but and the stealth, while not super fleshed out, it is kind of neat. There are going to be things you can do, like being able to build improvised items and things like that in the environment, and part of that is your character's skill tree that you'll be able to do. Now, I don't know if you just saw there, I was kind of looking around using like a Witcher sense or a Batman sense looking for items. Whenever you do that, you can get items that will help you upgrade things. You can read ancient text that'll make you better at reading that language so you can get more experience. You'll find these coins that there's like a black market dealer that you can give them to. There's a collectathon of things, and that's kind of where the game has a lot of its padding, if you will. It's a fairly linear story, but you can go back to areas and collect all these different sort of things. I personally found it a little annoying after a while. You can go into, every time you go into a new area, hit Q to see what's there. You get a map, you see where the more coins are, you backtrack an area to get more of these coins. If you want to have all the best items, all the best, highest level and things like that, and you enjoy that aspect, then great. There's a lot of that there for you to enjoy. If you don't really enjoy it, this is maybe kind of a wait for sale game. It's a really enjoyable game, but I do feel like there's a lot of padding offered there, and if you enjoy that, great. If you don't, you might want to skip it, and you might get a little bit less enjoyment overall when it comes to the game. So it is a fun game. It looks pretty. Now, as far as the tombs, though, we haven't really covered that. So, people complained in the last game there weren't enough tombs. There are more tombs in this game. Bear in mind, they are smaller. They're kind of bite-sized tombs, maybe 20 minutes, more or less. They're a series of puzzles that more act as a change of pace than like an in-depth 2-hour delve that you might expect. So, basically, that's going to be up to you. If you wanted more tombs, you have them. If you wanted super elaborate tombs, you don't. So, if the idea of kind of changing pace, and all of them are optional, you'll get a cool item for finishing the tomb if you do it, or you can ignore them. But if you like that idea, you like the idea of relatively simple, not super brain-burny puzzles where you have to, do things in a series or whatever to figure out how to get past an environmental obstacle, then they are there for you. If you really wanted the super long tombs and super complicated ones, though, you are going to be a little bit disappointed. So overall, Rise of the Tomb Raider looks gorgeous, controls well, has pretty decent third-person combat, alright stealth, a decent number of tombs, although they are shorter, and an alright story. So if you like that idea of the collectathon, I say get this now. If you don't, maybe hang on, but it's still overall a pretty enjoyable game. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll be back with more soon.